A very good afternoon and a warm welcome. This is a very short video on how we transform some of our BMWs before we have them on sale. This is a 68 2 Series convertible facelift, and we've decided to alter the grille, so remove the grilles that were in the car, the chrome ones here, for new high gloss black ones. Well, not actually new, I'll get onto those in a minute, but yes, we thought we'd do that, and it just transforms the car. But before you can do that, there are a few things that you do need to do and be aware of. So bumper wise, BMWs, quite a few BMWs, you can change the grilles without removing the entire bumper. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts there, and we're using a T30 to remove them. A T30, and that fits beautifully. Be careful to put them in a safe place. We put them on here in the slat on the passenger side, and the T30 alongside it. This is covered by a plastic trim which I've very conveniently left over there. Let me walk across to the trim. I just forgot to bring it with me. Let me just so this trim, before you can actually get at the bolts, goes across the front like so. You just lift it off, put it out of the way, and then you can undo the bolts. They're not overly tight, and when you tighten them up, you don't have to do them to a torque setting. Just make sure that they are fairly tight, so they won't really move if you've got them fairly tight. One or two things to remember when you've got the bolts out is that the headlight units, it's an LED headlight unit and probably very expensive. The front bumper fastens underneath it, just slides in underneath the locator just there. Be very careful you don't try and bring the bumper up, because you could break the plastic trim there, so, and it could eventually crack the headlight unit, so don't do that please. Slide the bumper forward like this, and the other thing to note is you've got two clips, one there and one there, so when you put the bumper back in place, you've got to make sure that the bumper goes below those clips, and of course below the locator on the headlights. I've taken them out, and it's a bit fiddly, but we've done lots of them now, so I'm getting sort of an old hand at doing it. So this is the grille that BMW supply on this year of car, although now BMWs are doing high gloss black grilles on some of the models, of course. And there are 1, 2, 3, 1 on the side, either side, and 2 underneath. Now on the ones that are on the top, you press down on them like so, just press down, and on the underside you press upwards. So those two press upwards, and the two sides you go in with them. When you're pressing on them, you get your hand in to one slat and just gently bring forward as you're pressing down. That should release you. Once you've got one side off, I don't know why it is, but I always start on the driver's side. Once that comes out, then you've got easier access to get your hand in to remove the second one. I've cleaned it off in here. Good point to note is that you should always put some Vaseline or some grease like just onto the new grille, so it eases in gently and easily. So just Vaseline them up. No comments about Vaseline, gentlemen or ladies, and you'll be able to slide them in nicely. Now, I noticed on this car there was some, I don't know, not a bird's nest is it, but there's just some cobwebs and things inside here, so I've just put my hand in and just removed what I could see. So if you've got that on your car, maybe you'd like to do that as well. I'm sorry about the vehicle that's making the noise. Always happens when you're live videoing something. Before you offer the grilles back in and push them in all the way, I suggest you reaffix the bumper to the car to give it some strength as you're pushing back So as you're pushing back, they'll go in nicely, and this is what they look like, or will look like in a few moments. So as you can see, it makes a massive difference to your car. Now we've had these from previous vehicles, so these are genuine BMW grills that we're going to put back in, and Vital Hydrographics, Stone near Stafford, we've used them for the very first time, so shout out to them guys there. Quality job, and they've done 6 grills for us, and they're the 6, well there's 5 there. In fact, my very good friend Phil Weaver Automotive, a very good colleague and friend, Phil in Preston, I'm dropping up a set of front grills for one of his 4 Series. I've got 2 4 Series grills here. So this way of changing the grills is compatible to 3s, 4s, 2s and 1s. Maybe X1, X2, X3 as well. We haven't done those yet, but maybe. But certainly on 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s, this is how easy it is. So that's our intuitive video on how simple it is to remove and replace your front grills on a BMW. This is a 2 Series convertible facelift. Just make sure that when you order this grill, you do want the facelift. So if your car has got the LED lights and the revised bumpers, the original grills, which we do have in stock actually. So if you want to buy one off us, by all means message me. I don't offer normally that, but if somebody's stuck to get hold of them, then I know there's lots of supply issues at the moment, and we'll if we've got one and we don't need it, we'll send you in the post. We're selling them at £50 plus VAT. Okay, that's all. If you like the channel, then give us a like or share. We've got over almost approaching 1,600 of you who have subscribed, so lots of good things on the channel, and we have over 1 million views as well. So any information I'll put down in the drop down box below the video, including the link to Vital Hydrographics, who are well worth speaking to because they can do pretty much anything, I think, inside the car, outside the car. So obviously dipping things into different themes and combinations of themes. Some of the work is extraordinary. So Adam is the man there, and I picked these up this morning, and I have to say, first impressions great, a very good service, decent price, and more importantly, a good quality of workmanship. So excellent. I'm very pleased indeed, and we'll certainly be using them again probably next week. We've got some more grills that we've taken off over the last few years, so we never got around to selling them on eBay as they were, so why not reuse them, recycle them. That's David Bilsborough, Cheshire Cars in Crewe in Cheshire. Have a fantastic day. And just before I go, if you are selling a car, we do have a buying website. It is www.webuyyourcar365.co.uk, and enter the details in on the website, and we'll get back to you with an exact price for your quality low mileage cars. Please, cars that have a history of accident damage, we're not buying those. Preferably cars that are less than 5 years of age, under 40,000 miles, must have a service history, must be without any checkered past histories. There are places that will buy cars like that, but we don't buy them or sell them. But there we go. Have a great day.